Hello, welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're learning a useful expression, so let's get started. The expression is up the ante. When you say up the ante, you have two different pronunciations. You can say up the ante and pronounce the T, ante, or sometimes the T is silent and you hear Annie, up the ante. Because when you have NT between vowels, sometimes Americans don't pronounce the T. So we have two pronunciations, up the ante or up the ante. Up the ante means to increase the stakes. It means to take further measures, to do more. With the expression up the ante, up is a verb. It's the action. I want to up the ante. I want to increase the stakes. This expression comes from playing cards. When you play poker, before you get your cards, you have to put money on the table. It could be a nickel, a quarter, $1, $10. So if they increase the amount of money you have to pay to play poker before you get your cards, they up the ante. The ante is the amount of money you have to pay to play poker before you get your cards. It's not the same as a bet. A bet is the money you pay after you get your cards. You bet on your hand. The ante is before that. If you up the ante, you increase the stakes. Example, you can play regular poker or you can play high stakes poker. High stakes poker is when you play for a lot of money because the stakes are high. It's the money you're betting with. Example, the child wants the toy, so he asks his mother. His mother says no, so he starts crying in the store, but his mother says no. So he decides to up the ante, and he lays on the floor, kicking the floor and crying. He decided to up the ante. Let's practice. First, the boy was crying, and then he fell to the floor and started kicking the floor and screaming. Did he decide to up the ante? That's right, he decided to up the ante. Another example. These are salesmen, and they're having a sales contest at work. Whoever sells the most gets a big bonus. Then the sales manager decided to up the ante. He said whoever wins the sales contest gets double the salary. He upped the ante. You see the verb up in the past, upped. He upped the ante. Let's practice. Did the sales manager up the ante? That's right, the sales manager upped the ante. And then the sales manager said, whoever gets the lowest sales loses their job. The loser of the contest gets fired. Did he up the ante again? That's right, he upped the ante again. So remember the expression up the ante. You have two pronunciations, up the ante or up the ante. And it means to take further measures or to increase the stakes. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.